Anybody want to blow through some, the intro? Welcome back to another episode of the Melanated Madness Show. I'm your man Ardell Wright, here with Chante and Hattie. All right, do y'all want to introduce like y'all last names too, like Steve Harvey, like that, or just want to be like single, like Oprah?
I'm cool with just Chante. Everybody know that.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just know you as Hattie.
If you look at my social media, what does it say?
Hattie.
Hattie Inez.
Oh, I don't read past. I'd be like, oh, that's Hattie. I don't even know that. Oh, I saw your boy today too. John.
Oh.
I feel like I'm gonna use this fan the whole episode.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I got a motherfucking point to prove.
So it's been a while since we had a chance to collectively get together. Chante got sick.
COVID was trying to take me out.
We're glad you okay.
Yeah.
Hattie been around the world and we're glad you're back safe.
Thank you.
And I just been here waiting, doing nothing with my life.
He act like he ain't been booked and busy.
Right.
So it's all good. I mean, I had this house party last week, man. It was crazy. All right. So everybody's good. Hattie's back from conquering media, the film industry. Chante's back from conquering COVID. I'm back from conquering these bitches. So it's all good. So where we start? Where do we start?
Who got the topics in front of them? Because I don't have them in front of me. I just know we talking about some shit, some real shit.
Well, you got that one topic. I don't got them in front of me, but I know there's this one we wanted to get into last time we got together and we couldn't. So.
And I'm ready to get into it.
Here we go. From the 10 out, like 2 Chainz say.
That was the topic we left off with last time. If men can handle what they dish out.
So what do you mean by what they dish out? That's
so
what is that?
Some of the things that men do, are they able to handle it if it's done back to them? Like if you do some shit and I get my lick back, can you handle that?
It depends on the lick, I think.
I'm gonna say it's a smooth no. Y'all cannot. Hattie, am I lying, Hattie?
Of course she gonna agree with you, man.
What you mean? Of course, I'm gonna agree with you.
Go ahead. Do you agree with her?
In my experience, if we are to speak on whether or not men will endure and have the same patience that women has when it comes to women disrespecting them, I would have to say no, they cannot, because
it don't even have to be disrespect.
And I mean, disrespect is relative. So you know what I mean? Like, so say for instance, if we're speaking on relationships, can men handle women disrespecting their relationship like women put up with men disrespecting the terms of their relationship? Now, the terms of their relationship can be the terms of their relationship. It may be different when it comes to each couple. However, when it comes to a man not adhering to those terms, we find that women will have more patience and take them back way more than a man would.
We're a lot more forgiving.
Well,
a lot more forgiving.
Now, I'm not going to say that women, we need to stop doing that shit, but...
But we need to stop doing that shit, sis.
We need
Get
to
your
stop
fucking
doing
lick
that
back.
shit.
Get your lick. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't give a fuck if y'all females out there that be watching and listening. If y'all listen to nothing else I say, listen to this. Bitch, get your lick back.
You done?
I'm gonna tell you why. You gotta get your lick back. Because
why?
I'll give y'all a perfect example, right? Sometimes you gotta give somebody a taste of their own medicine. Sometimes they're not able to step outside themselves and see what it is that they're doing to you, or how it's affecting you, or how it's going to affect you. Or maybe they just selfish and don't give a fuck until you get your fucking lick back. Then they be like, oh, she not playing with me. Oh, I could lose her. Oh, she on the same type of time that I am. You know how many times I had somebody tell me straight up, like, who told you you could treat me like a nigga? Oh, you don't like how that feel, do you? Get your lick back.
Are you done?
Go ahead, AD.
Wait a minute, AD.
Well, folks.
You look like you listening to respond. You don't even look like you listening to understand what you're saying. You a little too anxious, bruh. You a little too anxious, bruh.
Well, folks, that's been another episode of Melanated Madness Show.
Look.
All right. Let me explain something to y'all. You guys are, I'll give you this. You guys are right. Right? Men can't come in. Men can't handle yeah, I'm on the phone. Men can't handle they, you know, if you get your leg back, right? On the contrary, we don't have to. And because we know we don't have to, we don't put up with y'all BS like y'all put up with ours. Nobody tells y'all to put up with our BS. I just had this conversation with a female friend of mine the other day. She was talking to a man, right? And she was like, well, why is it that men can't take what they dish out? And I said, because we don't got to. Women don't have to. They just choose to. You can't fault us for allowing you to take us back. And you get upset because we don't, like when women say, oh, men can't take a woman back if she cheats. Right, because you shouldn't take a person back. But because y'all do it, y'all make it, a lot of women try to justify it and say that, oh, a man can't do this, but a woman can. Okay. And sis, so what? So I'm going to move on. This is why men have no problem moving on to the next one, because this happens a lot. This happened to me as well. Before my girlfriend, I was dating a girl, right? And we was going through some things. We got into it, right? I left, met my girlfriend now, and live happily ever after. I don't have to accept that shit. We're men are super logical. You do this, it makes me feel like this, so I associate this feeling with you. So in order not to associate this feeling with you, I'm gonna move you from the situation. Women should just do the same. I don't know why y'all don't.
Didn't we say we need to stop doing that shit?
I do.
No, I personally wouldn't get a lick back because I don't got at this point in my life, I don't have time to waste on people, not even my good energy. I see one red flag.
Wait.
I am out the door.
What's a small, like, you leave for any red flag? What's the smallest red flag?
No, a red flag of disrespect. If we had a conversation about the terms of our relationship, and I see any sign of disrespect or you not taking it seriously, I'm not gonna take you seriously, and it's gonna be on to the next. Now, I am guilty of taking people back and forgiving people, because I too fall short of the grace of God. And so if God can forgive me, amen, hallelujah, then I can forgive others. You know what I'm saying? You know, that agape love. However, not everybody deserves your agape love, okay? Can I get an amen? Do you know what I'm talking about? All right.
Amen. Yeah. Amen. So talk to your females. talk to the ladies and tell them stop taking dudes back after disrespect. Like,
I agree with that, but that does
But
not
get your
mean
lick back first.
that it's okay for you to continue to do what you do. You can be a
no,
grown
it's
up
not.
as well
It's not.
and
You're
just
absolutely
be
right.
honest and truthful and not waste people's time. It doesn't make it okay.
You're absolutely right. But if your time is wasted, it's your time. It ain't mine.
It
Only
still
you can
doesn't
allow
make
your
it
time to be
okay.
wasted. No,
Both
you're right.
both parties have a role to play in it, and both parties need to take accountability. Not just one, both.
No, you're absolutely right. But the topic at hand ain't accountability for a man doing something to you. It's a man reacting the same way as a woman will react to having something done to them. That's what we're
The
talking about
answer
here.
is still no.
Yeah, I agree with you. But whose fault is that? Ours, y'all's.
It's nobody's fault. You just take accountability. This side take accountability for what they need to take accountability for, and that side needs to take accountability for what they need to take accountability for.
But we all
We have
know
to work
often
in this thing together. We can't continue to point the
but
finger.
we all know the person that committed the act is not necessarily going to take accountability. My only thing that I'm saying
You're
is
right.
men, they don't. You're right. But we don't we don't care about what makes it right or what makes it wrong. We gonna get up out of there. All right, we gonna get gone. Now, if you get your
That's
lick
what I'm
back,
saying. But before I go, I'm gonna get my fucking lick back.
Or
I'm
get your lick back.
I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna get my lick before I go.
Now, what if you come across a man who just, all right, you got your lick back. You ain't going nowhere now. Then, now what?
What does that mean?
She's
I'm not
still
going
leaving.
over.
No, she's not leaving. No, there's relationships where I've seen people, all right, you did this, Jada and Will, you did this to me. I'm gonna get your ass back. And we gonna go on and be happily ever after. That
Well,
happens.
I'm gonna be
We
very
watch
honest.
that Red Table Talk.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay.
That's
As I've gotten older, I'm less likely to try to get my lick back. And in my current relationship, we done did that shit for so fucking long. That whole tit for tat. You did me dirty, I'm gonna do you dirty. You did something to me, I'm gonna do something to you. Like, we did that for so fucking long that at this point, it's like, bruh, you throw the towel. We both gotta throw the towel in. We both gotta throw the towel in. Cause you gotta accept some bullshit, and I gotta accept some bullshit. So
you still with this gentleman? You still with this gentleman?
Yes.
Okay. Hattie, some people like this stuff though.
Nah, I'm claiming them.
Yeah.
That's what that gift say? That shit, that video. That's my man. I'ma stick beside him. Yeah, I'm stick beside him.
Oh my gosh.
But it's not no fairy tale. It's not a fairy tale story by any means. And I would not glamorize it and act like, like I would suggest this route to anyone else. Like, I would definitely tell my daughter, like, girl, don't go that route. Because this was not no easy road to go down. And it wasn't easy to forgive a lot of shit. And it wasn't easy to take somebody back after years and years and years of you doing you and watching me do me and having to come back full circle. And it's a hot mess. And he definitely is one of the men who cannot take what he dishes out at all. But at the same time, I mean, he fucked up about me. So you have to take it. You got to take those L's, bro. That's just what it is. And I'm not going to sit here, like I said, like I'm not going to sit here and glamorize it. But at the end of the day, that's the kind of story that me and him have. It don't work like that for everybody. For most people, you do that tit for tat shit and ain't no coming back from it sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not a tit for tat person.
I'm vindictive as fuck.
I'm vindictive. It's just different with me. Like, you get if you wrong me, right? 9 times out of 10, there's somebody you know in your group or that you may hate that want to talk to me. So maybe I might just talk to them. 6 degrees of separation. I'm not super
See,
vindictive. I just
that's listen, you know, and you know why you laughing too. 80 don't
why?
play with me. You know why you laughing.
I'm just saying, I feel like, all right, I feel like this. I feel like I'm attractive enough to like not really have to chase you for nothing if you wrong me. I don't have to take you back. Like, I'm not short of meeting somebody.
Right,
Maybe
but
close
okay,
to
so
you,
let me
maybe
ask
not.
you this. Let me ask you this though. If you did some shit to a female and you know the
Mhm.
shit was wrong, right? You did some shit to a female, you know the shit was wrong.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she turns around and retaliates and does it back to you.
yeah.
You
Me
really
personally, I'm always a keep it player type of thing. Now, that's my thing is keep it player. So if I do something, right, and you do something back to me, it'll sting, but I'm gonna have a real talk with myself. And this has happened to me before. I've done the tip for that thing. I'm gonna have a real talk with myself. It's like you can't be mad because if you wouldn't like this, your cause had this effect. So
right.
you gotta keep it real. Now, if you wrong me and I didn't do anything to you, that's what hurts
Oh
me a
yeah, I'm
lot
out.
because I didn't do nothing. So that's what I'm saying. It'll be hard for me to come back, depending on what you did. Now, if we talking about, you know, some disagreement, some arguing, something that we can communicate about, that's different. But if you did some super disrespectful stuff, then I got to go. And 9 times out of 10, your girlfriend probably wanted to know how the sex was anyway. So
Really?
whatever.
Like, I just,
No,
That's how
I'm
men
just playing.
think, Hattie.
I'm just
That's
playing. I'm
how
just
men
playing. I'm just
think.
playing.
He's supposed
I'm
to be,
joking.
listen, you not joking, you dead ass serious.
No, I am
yeah.
joking because I wouldn't want to talk to nobody who is like minded like you. So that's why I couldn't do the friend thing because chances are y'all think alike. So if she think like you,
Look at me and Hattie.
I was about to say,
y'all just
that's my sis.
y'all
My
just
ex
agreed on
was cool, but we are
y'all just agreed
so
on
different.
this.
We
No.
agreed
Being
that
different.
we agreed that men
Uh-huh.
cannot handle what they dish out.
Yeah.
But we do not agree on how you handle it.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is a lot of the times women who hang out together, they tend to view men in the same realm. Not all, but most, in my experience. Just like
Like
y'all, how
to hang
y'all
with bitches
have.
with different points of view. I don't want everybody with a bird's eye view with the same
That's,
one.
but that's what
I
I'm
like
saying.
to hang
All right,
with women
so
with different points
so
of view.
if you hung out with an eclectic group of women, I might just have a conversation with the next eclectic woman in your group. It just who knows, you know what I mean? Who's not to
This is
say
why I
I
don't like
didn't?
niggas.
Shut up.
That's
Who's
why
not
I be
to
ready to
say
square up with niggas.
who's not?
Do it like it's your
Who's not?
B-day. Do it like it's your B-day. Yo,
who
that's why I be
who's
ready.
not to say I didn't meet you in order to meet my soon to be wife?
All right. Nah.
But if you wouldn't have wronged me,
Shut
you
up.
know. So who can you really blame, me or you? Hmm?
Oh, no.
We all saw, you
I
saw
don't
movies like The Best Man.
I
Nah.
don't think that speaking of movie, yo, let me tell you something.
I'm kidding though, but
That movie really made me mad.
The Best Man. Which one?
The first one.
Why?
Because I was like, yo, people do this to each other. That shit fucked me up at a very young age. I was like, yo, people really do this shit to each other?
Well,
And then
time
I
out.
grew up and found out that niggas really do this shit to each other.
We talking about
Yeah,
what
dudes do
Tay
it.
Diggs did?
It's not just what Tay Diggs did. Male, female, everybody in that movie was just fucking wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you watch that now as an adult, like you realize, like Morris Chestnut's character, he was foul.
And could not take what he
Yeah.
was dishing out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was foul. I give you that. He was foul.
Another movie. I'll give you another movie that's a perfect example. Love and Basketball.
Yeah, that shit toxic as hell. The toxic.
And that used to be, let me tell you something, in high school, baby, that was my favorite movie. Watched it on repeat, knew all the words.
So what about like what's that? Love Jones.
I gotta go back and rewatch
Jones
Love Jones.
Yeah, I would say
That was good.
I wouldn't put that in the same category though. I don't know. I have to go back and watch it again though.
But I would say this: Nia Long and Love Jones wasn't moving right at first. She was
Yeah.
being too prideful. So
That's my
it could go
problem.
both ways. Men, that's your problem.
That's my problem.
When you
Cause
watch a
I
lot
be
of these
like,
movies now, yeah.
what happened?
No, when you watch a lot of these movies now, you realize like, oh, this person is really the most messed up individual. Like, hmm, maybe I
Yeah,
should
pretty
watch this.
much.
Yeah,
And we was
that's
in
what I
love with
can't.
that shit.
Yeah, I can't watch Love and Basketball no more.
It don't hit the same.
Nah, because Quincy he was spoiled. I don't like how he did Monica.
Right.
Quincy was an asshole.
He was.
Right.
And
Ain't no
the
way in the
fight
world for my son play
when I
me.
was no, but
Like,
when I
nigga,
was
fuck
younger,
you.
I thought that their fight was so big. But this Negro was tripping because she didn't want to skip curfew for him.
Yes. She didn't want to fuck up her
That ass.
own future.
Like
She
That ass
did.
was
that's the
reason.
small that's what that's the little reason why he took the hold of Burger King.
Because he was
Right.
having daddy issues. He couldn't take it.
Yeah,
And his dad
that's
was,
crazy.
He was a whole fucking toddler.
Yeah.
Damn, the Allstate man was cheating on his wife.
He was. He was. But she knew.
She did.
She knew. Because there's
Yeah.
no way you married to this.
I can understand like him being upset with his father. You know, you teaching me one way, you doing one, you know, another to my mom, and I'm sitting here watching my mom like in tears, like, and you telling me to be a man and da. I understand that, but the way he treated Monica was foul.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get that part. I'm just you can't get mad at Monica for not missing curfew. Like it's curfew.
I guess I don't have no understanding because I'm still like, fuck that. You grown. You in college. Mommy
Well,
and
college could
daddy.
be
Shut the fuck up. Grow up.
well that could be different because we might have grown up like, all right, that is what it is. But when you grew up, I know a lot of professional athlete kids, and they always see like money can hide a lot of that stuff when you're growing up. So if you always seeing your father lacing his woman with gifts and all that stuff, and she's smiling, that might be all you see. But
It's
as
all
you
you
can
know.
see,
You don't know the rough
yeah.
side.
But as they
that
got
tear you
older,
up.
is when
It
they
tore my
he started
nephews
hearing
up.
the arguments. Yeah.
Yeah, it tore
How old
my
is
nephews up. I watched my nephews go through that. It tore them up.
As adults?
like
Yes.
it could be, yeah. As adults, our trauma ain't nothing but from our childhood. A lot of times.
Because they grew up, they didn't grow up the way we did. They weren't introduced to the roughness of life like we were. So
Yeah.
for that dynamic to go the way that it did, it messed them up. It messed them up.
I'm glad Quincy wasn't my man because I would have been like, we ain't doing this crybaby shit.
What? A man can't come to you and cry?
Not about no shit like that.
Why not if it affects them? Their feelings are valid.
You ain't gotta cry.
See, this why
That's how you express yourself.
This why men don't be opening up.
No, this is why I picked a nigga that don't fucking cry. Because I cannot.
Wait. You picked a man who don't cry, and y'all been going tit for tat for years.
Yes.
Make it make sense, Chante.
Okay, he cried just in different ways. He might need to shed some tears so that he can get some of that aggression.
No. I'd rather do tit for tat. Dead ass. Don't come over here crying. If you're not crying for a valid reason.
What's the valid reason?
Their feelings are valid though. If that's how
okay, but you don't have to cry. Why you can't express it without crying?
What's the valid reason for crying, Chante?
Death.
That's it.
But that's for you though. That's relative. That's for you. Even with me, sometimes you can wait. But that's me. That's how I express myself. The way I feel and how
You ain't never been so mad to the point that you start shedding tears?
Me personally, I'm a female. I have a vagina, yes.
So if a man got that mad to where, for instance, like say he saw his kid get hurt or something badly and he shed a tear for it, or say a man experienced his child going through something traumatic and he couldn't control it and he cried a little bit. You feel a way about that?
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
All right. All right, all right. So
I'm
there's
okay
more
with
things other than that. It gotta
it's
be some
more
real
things
shit
other
though.
than death, but death was the first thing that popped to my mind. Only because I'm the type of person where I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't like people crying around me. If I don't care if it's male or female, to be quite honest, the shit make me uncomfortable because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say or do to
Don't
stop
do
you from
nothing.
crying.
I'm like
You
that
don't
too. I
have
don't
to
do
do
nothing.
anything.
I just look at
I
you,
just
and that's
I just like,
awkward.
oh damn. Sorry,
Now,
Martin.
let me
I'm
tell
sorry I
y'all.
lied to you, Martin.
It was one time my aunt was expressing herself, and she started fucking crying, and literally, I was like, "Oh, nah, it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go, because what the fuck you crying for?" She was like, "Yeah, I just don't understand. No, cause what the fuck you crying for? You can express
Oh
yourself
man.
without crying." I feel like the
That's
crying
you know what that's
overshadows what you're
from?
trying to say.
You know what that's from? That's because y'all don't have a lot of like water in New York. Like it's the concrete jungle. There's no like there's no trees and shit. So y'all so used to like just seeing concrete and hard shit all the time. So y'all can't express y'all emotions. So
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell
be
you where it
honest
comes
with you,
from.
there are certain things that I see or like connect with, and I can try really hard not to get emotional about it, but it still comes out. And you know what? I'm not gonna fight it either because that's how I express myself. Like it doesn't mean that I'm weak. It doesn't mean any of that. It just means this is how I express myself. Not everybody has to or needs to express themselves in that way, but for me, that's how I express myself. That's how I've gotten through a lot of shit that I've gotten through in life that a lot of people could not get through, whether you cry or not. I've gotten through it crying and still moving. My motto is if you do have to cry, cry it out, but don't stay there. That's my motto. But
My
some
motto
people,
is if you do have to cry, do that shit in your own room behind closed doors in privacy. That's my motto. I ain't
just
saying
don't
don't
do
cry.
it
so
with you.
Yeah, just
There's
don't do
some
it by
people that
me.
you can
so
go
you're
to. Know who your people are. There's some people you can go to if you do need to go to people.
so
Because
your motto is don't cry, stop, drop, open up shop,
Pretty
and
much.
all that.
Pretty
Wait,
much.
so if your man cried at the altar, you gonna turn around?
Oh no, he
You ain't
has
like,
to cry at that fucking
oh,
altar.
get the hell out of
He
here,
gotta
man.
fucking cry at that altar.
Oh
When he
my
see
gosh.
me, when he see me, oh, he better. If not, I swear to God, I'll cancel this whole shit. I'm flipping tables over. Stop fucking playing with me. You better. You better.
So that's
You better be
so
so fucking overcome with joy to be spending the rest of your life with me. You better shed a tear.
I'm sure he will cry,
look at
Chante.
AD. AD don't know what to say.
I'm not a crier, so I don't know if I'm gonna cry on the altar. I might get some Visine and fake it. I'm not a crier though. I'm not a like. It takes a lot to make me cry. I'll tear up though. Give me a good movie. I'm gonna tear up.
I do tear
But
up, and I tear up
but
often.
crying ain't a thing of mine. Like I like a I ain't.
And see, even when he cried at the altar, I just want like one tear. I don't need a whole
That
boo-hoo.
okay. So you don't need him to be
I was
snotting
about
at
to
the
say,
nose.
who says crying has to be a hot mess?
Yeah, I could
There's
deal with
different
a tear or
forms of
two.
tears, of shedding tears. Like,
Yeah, okay, so prime example. I watched this interview, right, a while back with Jim Jones. He's from New York. Paul, what up?
That
Look,
man's
you
so
like
fine
you
to me.
some
I love him.
I about to say you like you some Jim Jones.
I
He was
do.
on Flex and he was talking about him and Cam and how hard he went with Cam and he shed a thug tear. See?
aw. Yeah, there's
I'm
tears
gonna
of
I'm gonna
joy.
I'm gonna send y'all the clip. Now it was a tear like y'all don't know who I am, who I mess with. Like I've been around real killers who will shed a tear and then blow your brains out. Them scary dudes.
Look,
If Jim Jones cried in front of you, you'd be all right.
if Jim Jones cried in front of me, I'd be like, Chrissy, what you doing?
Chrissy, she fine.
Why, Chrissy, what you doing?
Cause why the fuck you got this crying ass nigga?
Oh my gosh. So the only
Since what
time he
you
can cry is in death, trauma, or the altar,
Yes, and in close quarters.
in close quarters. So if he in the house with you, while you married, after y'all married, he got to go in the bathroom and cry?
No.
All right.
No.
So the rules change after the vows. Okay. All right. All right.
Shit change. Shit get real after the vows, because at that point I
Okay.
feel like, I mean, this is your home. This is your safe place. This is your haven. So if you can't cry here, where can you cry?
All right. All right. So I understand your logic now. Your logic is you just from New York. That's all. I got it now. I understand. You have a very New York logic. I got it. All right. Because a lot of y'all are tough until you get married or become a wife or a mother, then all that mush come out. So all right. All right. Okay. I understand.
It makes sense now, I guess.
Yeah, it makes sense. Word to mother.
Yo, I didn't get on my nerve.
So I was on how do y'all feel about asking a man for money?
Asking a man for what?
Not your money, not your man, just a man you may be associating with, whatever the case may be.
Am I giving a box to this person?
Let's say yeah, for shits and giggles. Let's say he
If he don't have a problem asking for coochie, I don't have a problem asking for money. That's just how I feel about it.
Hattie?
I don't have a comment to this question because I'm not giving anybody coochie. So.
Oh my God.
It's a hypothetical, Hattie.
Yeah, man. You will one day.
To each his own.
You will one day.
I feel it. I feel her point of view. If he don't have a problem with, laying in bed and being intimate and being vulnerable with the woman, then the woman shouldn't have an issue with asking you for money. If you got it, you got it.
And I'm not saying pay for the box, because this ain't prostitution.
No,
yeah.
But
I'm saying though,
I feel like if I'm comfortable enough, this is my standpoint. If I'm comfortable enough to be laying with you, then I'm comfortable enough. Because the only time I'm gonna ask a nigga for money is if I really need it. Mm-hmm. I'm not about to just get on the phone and be like, I need $100. Well, how them girls be? I need $40. First of all, bitch, I need $400. That's first and foremost. Secondly, if it's something that I need, I'm gonna ask for it. And if I'm comfortable enough to lay with you, I'm comfortable enough to come to you if I got a problem or an emergency.
Right. And if you're not comfortable enough, then maybe you shouldn't be laying with them.
Because these niggas be real comfortable when they ask for coochie. They be real comfortable.
Well, some of us don't really have to ask. That's another topic for another day. Yeah. Oh. Some of us get hors d'oeuvres on a plate. Here you go. You know what I mean?
What?
No, this
My man
is
said he gets served on a platter.
Who are you?
For me, no, I'm just bullshitting. I'm in a whole relationship, so I don't have to ask because I'm in a relationship.
Real AD starting the show because
No, my whole ways are long ago. I was talking to the homies about that.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I don't even remember a lot of that stuff. That's how bad it was. No, I don't.
I don't remember.
No, I don't. Like, I be bullshitting. I'm in a whole relationship. No, we was having a conversation about that today. And he was like, hey, remember that girl you brought over? And I was like, what girl? And I argued him down, like, this did not happen. He was like, bruh, it happened. And I was like, oh, shit. I was nasty. But that's not the point. The point is, I just be seeing. Nasty. Yeah. Well, I had to date somebody who had a whole face, because I don't need you thinking what if. I need you to have some experiences.
Facts.
So that's why we
get that shit out your system.
Yeah, both of us had our whole phase and we got tired. I'm tired. I'm burnt out from that shit. That makes me exhausted thinking about it.
Agreed.
But I asked the money question because I saw it on on Twitter. A woman asked a man for money. He said he didn't have it at the time. He said when he got paid, he'll get it back. Like he said, I got you, babe, when I get paid. I get paid every 2 weeks. So, but she called him broke, and Twitter they let her have it.
Wait,
So,
is it the girl that was saying when the guy was like, he got this bill, that bill, and this bill to pay? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I didn't
That's
see it.
crazy.
So okay, fill me in. So wait. Let me make sure I got it understood. So she asked him for money. He said, "When I get paid, I got you." And then she called him broke because she didn't have no money.
Yeah, she said something to the effect of like, because he broke down the bills that he had to take care of. Like, he was like, I gotta take care of my car note, this, that, and the third. And he was like, I get paid every 2 weeks. You know, when I get it, I'll give it to you or whatever. And she was just like, I don't want it no more. Like, it's like, like she was calling him out for it. You telling me you got this bill, that bill? I don't care. I don't want it no more. Like,
Okay, bitch, did you really need it?
Mm-hmm.
Or was you just trying to figure out if he was broke, or was you playing? What was the motive?
Exactly. She didn't really need it.
Mind you, this woman, I guess somebody found a selfie of her that she took in her bathroom. And on the shower, what is that thing, like the shower shelf? You know, you have the shower shelf, you put your stuff in.
Yeah, the caddy.
She had a bottle of Ajax on the shower caddy.
Wait, what does that mean?
But like a dish, like a bottle of dish soap.
Oh, so like
So Ajax, not Comet, Ajax dish soap. So you washing your poom poom there
with Ajax
dish soap.
Oh,
yeah. So it's like all over her, like on the timeline that I'm seeing.
Ma'am.
So they've been calling her greasy and all.
You have bigger issues, miss. Your pH balance is a bigger issue.
Ajax dish soap.
Y'all gonna make me cry. Y'all gonna
and
make
not
me
only
cry.
that,
Hold on.
it was like, so you know it was like a tall bottle, but it was like this much left.
Wow, I didn't see that. Wow. So she don't got
enough
money.
If I find it, I'm gonna. Maybe that's what she needed the money for.
Yeah, but she turned it down.
Baby, they got soap at Dollar Tree.
That's nasty.
They do.
You know what else I'm glad women stopped? Them bath bombs.
I ain't stopped no bath bombs. I just use all natural.
Some of them bath bombs. You get what?
You can get vegan bath bombs.
See, before that, y'all had the Nuvo bath bombs. Y'all remember the bottle of Nuvo that the rappers used to rap about?
Yes.
The little swirly stuff. That's some bath bombs that they all used to be using.
I never used that.
And they used to turn your stuff into Arby's.
Oh, I never used that.
Yeah,
I've always been very big on poom poom maintenance. And you have to keep all natural stuff.
Yeah.
On your poom poom. You don't be putting all kind of chemicals and stuff on your poom poom.
Well, I agree. I even stopped putting so much on my. I don't have a poom poom, a pam pam. What do you call it? I don't know.
A toti.
Yeah. I don't put a lot of chemicals on because of that. I don't want to mess up no pH balance. So.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good.
That's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very because men, we have pH too, so I'm very cognizant of that. Eating my fruits, drinking my water. That's what's in my cup. My fruits and water.
Yeah. Keep the nails cut. Wash your hands
clean.
Wash what? Wait, what?
Wash your hands often.
Keep your nails clean. You want to go down there and fiddle around. I thought you
said wash your foreskin. I was about to say whoa.
That too.
Well, I don't really have to deal with that.
Wait, do you believe in the snip or you don't?
What myth?
Do you think it's good for a guy to get snipped or no?
I think so because I think it's healthier.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no scientific proof that it is.
Yeah, I mean, the part
that's supposed to be healthier is supposed to be your hygiene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As far as as far as hygiene, it's easier to maintain. I would say that. That's what I
Yeah.
mean by healthier. Like
Yeah.
you ain't gotta pull back and do all
Wipe
that
around
and
the
get it all
head.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's good. You can grab your shit, polish
And
it,
it just don't look
rinse it
right.
off.
Let's be real.
That's true.
It just don't look right.
It kind of look like you know how you have like when women wear big hoodies and the sleeve be over the arm like that.
Yes.
Like that.
It just
Wait,
don't
what?
look good.
You know how you have I got a hoodie right here. So you know you have a hoodie on, right? And you put your arm in the when y'all be stealing your man's hoodies. Hattie, whenever you get a man, you steal his
What's
hoodie.
his is mine. It's not
Yeah.
stealing if it's
And it'd
mine.
be like, you know how you be having a shirt on like this? This how I look.
Oh.
So yeah. 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 Mm-mm.
Now imagine that shit in your face and they want you to suck it. I'd be like,
I don't imagine anything of that nature in my face.
no. Cause why it look like that? No. I do not like that shit.
Me either. So yeah, if I have a son for my next child, he will be getting snipped at birth. So
Well, you hope. Sometimes
because
they can. My sons couldn't get snipped at birth. They had to wait.
well, yeah, I had a cousin who had to wait too, and then I didn't have mine done until I was what? I was a teenager.
Teenager.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Yeah. So, I guess I couldn't when I was younger, and then my mom just never got it. And then when I moved in with my grandmother, I went through like this whole glow up thing. So around like 15, 16, I had that done. I got braces. I grew like 6 inches. Like I started becoming like a person. So, because I didn't want to go into adulthood with none of that craziness. So we got
So you
that
get a
taken
whole
care of.
Jenny Jones makeover.
Mhm.
Not Jenny Jones.
I was cute. Now, don't get it mistaken. I was cute. My teeth wasn't crazy. I only had braces for like 11 months. But you know, there was a little overbite and then a little crossover thing, right? You know, at the top. So we had to get that taken care of, wear some rubber bands, glow up a little bit. I wasn't like Mike Lowry in high school now, but I was, and y'all know what picture I'm talking about. But
That
we
baby
all
look.
went through the phase. I'm sure y'all had to do what you had to do to glow up.
Well, I didn't have to get braces.
Chante, you did not look like this as a kid.
No, I didn't. The worst thing that I had to deal with though was my glasses.
Oh, you blind like me? I'm blind.
I'm super blind and my glasses were super fucking thick. And it was
Yeah,
big.
Coke
I had
bottle?
the Sally Jesse Raphael joints.
No.
Them big shits,
Yeah.
I had those. And I broke them on purpose one day jumping double dutch. And I got a beating. And then my mother bought me a pair of DKNY frames, and then I was cute.
Oh, then you started.
Not that I didn't start that. It just, like, I looked in the mirror one day, and I just was like, oh, bitch, wait a minute. So you are pretty. The glasses was blocked. It was obstructing I couldn't see my whole face.
You had a face mask on. That's crazy. You had some big ass goggles on. Wait, Hattie, you say you had braces?
No,
Oh, you ain't have nothing, huh?
I didn't have to get
You
braces.
just woke up in your essence.
I just what?
Woke up in your essence. You just woke up and I'm Hattie. I'm here.
I mean, I grew, but I didn't have to get like braces or anything.
No glasses
I think we
either?
all go through like a awkward stage, like around middle school.
Yeah. No, I would say like, yeah. I used to have braids and glasses.
I
And
think
then I
the
got
worst thing
contacts.
for me was I was really skinny too.
I was really small. Well, I've always been small. I'm still small.
Yeah, you're a
Well,
little,
yeah.
a little puny. No, I used to be like real skinny, like super skinny. But I'm a whole man now, so we all good.
That's how I feel. I feel like my glow up wasn't in school. My glow up was after I had kids.
Really?
Yeah.
that is the thing. Women don't give themselves enough credit for their glow up as they get older.
Oh, I look 10 times better now than I did back then, in my opinion.
Yeah, but what I often hear is women compare themselves to their 20-year-old self, and then you look at pictures of their 20-year-old self, and you're like, as men, you're like, this is what y'all want to be. Like, I think too, like men, we have to embrace a lot of shit early because it wasn't a lot of options for us growing up, right? So, like, when you grow up and you dark, it is what it is. You just burnt out here in these streets, right? If you if you ain't got no cakes back there, you ain't got no legs and nothing, you gonna go to the gym, but you accept it. There ain't no BBLs. Now I'm sure men out here get BBLs, but we ain't had no BBL options
Well,
or
BBLs
none of
just
that kind of stuff.
became a thing for females, though. Like, niggas got a bag, and now we can afford BBLs. Before, you kind of just gotta, even with me, like, I have to shop according to my body size because what I could wear at 19 and 20, I can't wear at no goddamn 35. That's not, I mean, maybe I could because niggas really don't care about stretch marks and stuff like that. Men really do not give a shit. That's us. We care. At least I know I do. I care.
Let me ask y'all that. Why do y'all care about that stuff?
Care about what stuff?
The
like
stuff that men
marks
don't care about. Stretch marks, eyelashes, all that stuff. I ain't never once had a man say, hey, bro, like I would talk to her, her eyelashes though. Like I never heard no man not talk to a woman.
I can answer that, being a single woman.
All right.
Do you want to hear my perspective?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ain't that one of our topics? Hattie's dating perspective?
Yes. Perfect segue. Let's go. Let's get into your perspective.
Well.
Wait. Let me intro. Oh, it's all in me. All right, go ahead. Anything you want now, baby?
I cannot. Well, I want to start it off by saying, seriously. I've had my share of, as you grow up, you have your insecurities, as a young person that you kind of have to deal with as you get older. Hopefully you grow and you mature, and not, go backwards, but move forward. And so I have had my share of that. So I do want to start off by saying that. However, I have always been a person that I've never felt comfortable not being who I am, if that makes sense. Even if I felt like I was alone in it, and even if I felt like, I might not be desirable, I, still may have had like those feelings. However, I wasn't willing to be something else just to get, certain attention. I'll say that. With that said, I am a lot more comfortable in my skin today than I have ever been in my life. And I'm like the flower child. Like sometimes I get dressed. A lot of times I find myself lately getting dressed, and I'm like, I look like a straight fucking hippie. But that's just me. That's who I am. So, and I'm okay with that. There was a time where I wouldn't have been okay with it, but I'm okay with that. So as a single woman, if I feel like putting makeup on, I'll put makeup on. If I feel like putting lashes on, I'll put lashes on. If I don't, then I'm not. I have found that there has been times where I will go out and hang out with friends at, like people be like, get out, Hattie. Okay, I'll get out. Just because I get out don't mean that people are going to notice me. You know what I'm saying? So there's been a lot of times where I am my natural self and I'm around all of the stuff that you say that men don't care about. And I'm not going to get the attention that the women who are dressed the way, who are dressed in the manner in which you say you guys don't care about, they're going to get that attention. I legit will have people look at me straight in the eye and look at my appearance and how I am. Look me up and down. I see you. Like, I'm looking at you, looking at me. I see you. And they will go to the next because I'm a petite woman. I don't have a big ass. I don't have like, I mean, I got a nice size, you know, boom, boom. But I don't have, you know, like I'm a petite woman. I have a nice body, but I'm not built like with a big, gigantic ass and like, nah, I'm not built like that. So I will get overlooked, and guys will gravitate more so towards that than they would somebody like me. So I think that I wouldn't say a lot of women. I think that some women, not all, will dress like that or make themselves up to look like that because that's what's considered beautiful. That's what's glorified. That's what's put out there. That's what gets the attention. That's, you know, that's what people are saying with actions, not just words, but with actions. Yo, if I see that over that, I'm gonna go pick that. And that's just my experience. I've been to several places where I have noticed this. I'm okay with it. I don't care. But I'm just saying, like, I don't get, like, people don't approach me or give numbers and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, nah, they're not looking for me. They're not checking for a girl that looks like me. They're checking for the stuff that you say that y'all don't check for. So it's kind of like, you can't really say you don't care about it because you kind of do. So.
All right. Thank you for coming to my class today.
She right. She right.
She's only right in her perspective.
She right about a lot of it. And the reason I'm saying she's right about a lot of it is because it doesn't happen to me, but I see it happen to women who, you know, aren't into makeup or, you know, are very simple, keep their hair in a ponytail or, you know, just not into fashion and stuff like that. They get overlooked for the women who do have on the lashes, the women who do have on, you know what I'm saying, they nails match their toes. So, like, y'all men really be saying that y'all don't care about stuff like that, but honestly, me personally, I don't do this shit. I don't do my pretty girl shit for nobody else. I do my pretty girl shit for myself. And I could honestly stand firm in my truth and say that because I have been playing in makeup since I was 4 years old. I have been playing in my grandmother's wigs since I was 4 years old. If you would have said to somebody, Chante's gonna be in this makeup and hair, nobody would be shocked by that because I've always, from a little girl, been into that. And then when I grew up and got into as an adult, it's like, I'm small and I'm little. So what do I have going for myself? I'm small, I'm little, and I have a pretty face. So I could do what I want with it. And it's like a canvas for me. This is artwork. Because there's a whole bunch of people who can't do what I do with this face. Or anybody's face for that matter. I could work some magic with a fucking makeup brush. Now, with that being said, I don't do that for men. Y'all don't even be knowing the difference between fucking contour, highlight. Y'all don't know the difference. So clearly, I don't spend hundreds of dollars in makeup for y'all. Y'all don't even know the damn difference. But one thing I could say is every man that I've ever been with, when you ask them shit like, what really drew you to her? They was like, yo, she's well fucking put together. Her eyebrows, her lashes, her hair, her nails, her toes. She give a fuck about how she look. So,
all right.
But you can talk about how you look without doing all of that, though.
Okay, so that's
true.
This is a man's perspective, and it might not be all men, because you know we are all different. We are all,
baby, because you're not singling out here.
What I'm. This is. I was. It wasn't. I was singling out here a year and a half ago. Let me make sure I do my math right before I start arguing. I remember my singling out here days, right? So as far, and this is what a lot of men, like, I still have these conversations with men who are single, who make the claim that, you know, they don't meet women and blah, blah, blah. You know, the same kind of stuff Hattie say, like, they'll go out and, you know, they approach women, but they're mean, all that kind of stuff, right?
What women do they approach, though? Ask them that.
Well, I do. I'm getting, okay? So, for a lot of men, the reason why that stuff sticks out, right? And as a man, right, most of the times we will take a nice petite body over just a lot of ass any day, right? Now, granted,
that's not most of the time, though. Like,
but listen, most of the men will look, right? Because I look at a big ass, but then I be knowing, like, I look at other stuff, like what her ankles look like. You know what I'm saying? I look at shit like that, like you know what I'm saying? Because you know, like, don't give me no cankle and all that stuff. But
Hey, I got cankles.
you know, cankles, man.
I swear to
At
God,
the
I
end
got
of the day, for us, like the stuff you're naming, like that we might that might catch our eye at first, and it's not so much the makeup and all that kind of stuff. I think what it is, and I know it's the fact of like what you said. She looks put together. Now, Hattie, you're right. You don't have to, do the makeup and all that to be put together. I think for us, it's about the effort because that we see. Now, to you,
Yeah, but what is to you considered effort? Because I am well fucking put together. I'm groomed.
yeah.
I wear nice clothes. I'm clean. I'm cut. I'm very like presentable.
Which
I do
leads
show
me,
that I give a damn, but it doesn't. It's not packaged
which
in a
leads me,
certain way.
but that leads me to my next point. Oftentimes, like a lot of women will say these things, and I'm not blaming women or anything. I'm not saying that wrong, but oftentimes it's like, all right, that's cool, but you could be a Bentley, you could be well put together, and you could just be on the lot with all the Hondas.
What?
Right? So what I mean by that
I
is,
didn't hear what you said.
oh, so you can be a Bentley, right? And you can be on the lot with all the Hondas, right? And what I mean by that is, say you're at a spot, right? And you're saying all the men are paying attention to the woman with the bells and whistles, right? You don't often see Bentley, not often. There are no commercials for Bentleys. There are no commercials for any type of car of that magnitude, right? There's mad promotion for Hondas. You could Fast and Furious, switch all the things, put all the things on this. But so to the eye, a Bentley can look more boring, less whatever, to a Honda that's got all these trinkets and shit on it. But to a car person, a person who wants quality, is gonna look at that Bentley first. So a lot of times,
You're right.
So a lot of times, women say these
I
things.
still don't connect with what you're saying.
Okay, let me break
Because
it down like this.
it kind of seems like you're putting women who don't pack the makeup and stuff
Hattie,
on in a certain category.
This is what I'm saying.
No,
this is what I'm saying though.
Because Bill Gates
this
is
is
a
what I'm
billionaire,
saying.
and that man wears white tees. Okay,
that's not what he's saying.
Okay, time out.
What are you saying?
First of all, we got to stop. Okay, time out. First of all, we got to stop doing that because just because Bill Gates don't do that, Bill Gates has a vice. It might not be clothes and all that stuff, but he has a vice, and his
That's
vice.
fine, but what I'm saying is you can't judge a book by its cover.
But
so
I'm not.
What are you saying though? Go back to what you were saying.
What I'm. Yes, this is the Bill Gates thing. Is what I'm saying as well. Out of it.
Go back to what you're saying. Because you get a little worked up, and I don't like the 10. So
no, I'm not getting worked up. What I'm saying is, a lot of times those women aren't in areas where they're appreciated by the type of man they need to be appreciated by.
Let me tell you what I saw the other day. I saw a post, and it explains what you're trying to say perfectly. Mm-hmm. It said, for a graduation gift, this father gave this daughter a car, right? Mm-hmm. So before he gave her the car, he told her, take it to the pawn shop and find out how much they want to give you for the car, right? So she takes the car to the pawn shop. She comes back. She's like, all they want to give me is $1,000 for it, right? So he tells her, okay, take it to the used car lot and try to trade it in and find out the value of it. So she takes it to a used car lot. She comes back and she's like, oh, they only want to give me, $1,500 for it, right? He said, okay, now take it to this car club. Sell it to them and see how much they want to give you for it. She comes back and she's like, yo, this car club that you sent me, they freaking looked at my car. Come to find out my car is an antique. They want to give me $100,000 for my car. So is it that the car really didn't have no value or that she was shopping around in the wrong places? That's what he's trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. So, and even to the Bill Gates part, to us, there's people who won't notice Bill Gates on the street, right? But there is not a tech incubator in the world that you can go to, or a tech convention in the world, that won't know what that man looks like when he walks through the door. He could wear a damn mascot head and just talk, and people would know. So my point is, a lot of times women come, and I'm asking women, were you like, well, I was out with my girlfriends, we was out here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, great. You're in a place where maybe the men there aren't the men that you need to pay attention to you. So especially if you're a high value woman, you go to high value places. So there's, like, for instance, you're a creative, right? At heart, you're a creative. There's no way, I just find it hard to believe that if you
even creative spaces,
that just means certain, or some guys are just idiots. Okay, I'm not going. That's just that. That's
I
nothing
just believe that what's for you is for you.
And that's what I'm saying.
When you think you're getting overlooked, there could be somebody in the background the whole time watching you, waiting for you, waiting for a moment.
For a fact, because it's happened to me with you being around twice, 2 times. So
you talking about for you? Somebody was hitting
no,
on
I
you?
know somebody to approach me about you.
Hattie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe AD, because AD.
I'm not. First
AD
of all, no. First of all, we've been down that road before already. Okay, when you first came to one of my events, so I know that for a fact. But what I'm saying is, the reason why I ain't say nothing to you the other times is because I'm like, them Negroes ain't about nothing. But there are men out there in the right car club or situation or setting that you would walk in the room and they go head over heels for. It's just that simple. You just have to find that club. I had to learn that too. Like, I'm still learning that. Like, I was trying to hang out with friends that don't appreciate entrepreneur and creatives. So we clashed on a lot of stuff. So I stopped getting invited to, like, hang out, which is cool because I'm always working. But then when I started hanging around other people who were in the same field or doing the same things or in the same mindset, then it was like, all right, cool. Like, we're going to this brunch, but at this brunch, this is a brunch for said people. We're going to talk about this. We're going to trade this information. So, even as a man, I'm learning how to go to where, you're appreciated. And a lot of times I will say this too, there aren't a lot of places that are like platforms that are places where we know we can go to be appreciated. And I think that's kind of changing now. Well, you are in Orlando.
And I'll be like, no, I'm good at home.
But you are in Orlando though, so that could be a little, like, you're in a party town. You know what I mean? You're in a tourist town, so that could be a little, turnkey. Like,
Orlando is not the place to find a man.
Yeah.
I ain't really trying to find one here.
Yeah.
So that's my point though, because, like, I can guarantee you can go to some pockets in Atlanta and men would fall in the street for you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I had to learn that too. Like, when I was growing up here in little old Gainesville, because I grew up here, I didn't really know how attractive I was until I moved up north, and there were women like, yo, they make, how women be in New York, Chante.
No, I don't.
Know what I mean? Yes, y'all aggressive as hell. Hey, yo, green shirt.
Like, listen, I ain't never did that a day in my life. I had the opposite happen to me. I had the opposite because I grew up in New York, and dudes in New York, they do not have any type of chill. So
that's true.
I used to come home from school sometimes. Like, I'll never forget one day I came home from school sick. I had on sweatpants. I had on a big t-shirt. My hair was a hot mess because I had to throw it up in a ponytail real quick to keep, from throwing up in it. I was a hot mess that day. And this man literally wanted to follow me home. Can I please just talk to you for a minute? I was like, yo, When I lived in New York, I used to take that shit for granted. When I moved to Florida and I moved to Orlando, I was like, I miss. Where's my
I
fan
mean,
club?
where's getting hit on? Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
but then I had to realize that it's a different setting, and girls in the South are more laid back and demure, and I wasn't that. So men in Orlando was like, she too rough, she too abrasive, she curse. I had people tell me I curse too much. I can't date you because you curse too much. I was like, whoop. Oh fucking well.
I would say, she has a point. I appreciate aggressive women if they do it well, if they do it in like with tact. So
I ain't got no fucking tact with you.
If it's not sloppy, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like when I'm out and a girl gets drunk and she's like all over you and personal space, you know what I mean? Like that. But I mean, what I appreciate about, especially about women up north, is that they are aggressive in like they'll let you know, like, you cute. Like, there won't be no, 6 point like eye contact for 60 minutes. It'll be like, yo, you look good. Where you from?
Right.
You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, okay. So I was in a place where I was able to be appreciated, and not just by Black women, I'm talking about Middle Eastern women, Spanish women, Italian women, like just different kind of women. So once I've gotten hit on by gay men sometimes. It's like, all right, so this must mean I'm generally attractive because I'm in an area where people a bunch of people is what? How many people in New York? Like
millions.
10 million. Yeah, 10 million or some craziness. Like, out of all these people, multiple cultures are identifying me as a certain thing. That okay, I might be that certain thing. And I come here, and it's like, for instance, I come here and I dress the way I dress sometimes, and people are like, damn, why you got all that on? Like,
right.
What do you mean?
Where you
like,
going?
Yeah.
Why you so dressed up?
So it's one of those things, the exact same thing. So, I may not have gotten hit on a lot here just because women, like Chante said, women are a lot different here. Which what I appreciate about my girlfriend, like she moved and got away from this stuff. So her style is a little more aggressive. Because when we first hung out, she was straight up like, yeah, you're going to be my boyfriend. And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. Because I've heard that before from women up north. Like, that's a thing.
You was used to it.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
I always say that New York niggas don't never ask you to be their girlfriend. I never got asked to be anybody's girl. I didn't get asked to be married. I didn't ask any of that. Nobody asked me anything. It was just like, you're doing it, and that's that.
Yo, we getting married, yo.
So, I do, you do, we do.
I do, you do, we do.
Let me ask you this then. So,
wait, who are you asking?
Huh?
Who are you asking?
Oh, either one of y'all can answer, but I'm kind of going back to, okay, so if we talk about, like dating and, like women's experience versus men, men and what they experience. So I'm a homebody, but every now and then, if I do feel like, being around people, because I don't generally like being around people like that all the time. When I do feel like it, I'll go and connect with friends, in certain spaces or whatever. Sometimes it might be the creative space. Sometimes it might be, a little party scene or whatnot. So if for a woman, if she's never like approached or even told that they, that people have an interest, then you can't really blame a woman if she's like, well, I wouldn't know because don't nobody say shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're right. No, I understand your perspective is based off your experience, which is why I'm telling you, like, your sample size is horrible. Like, you're in there's no way you could go to DC and tell me that. There's no way
you can come to Atlanta.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that. I said that before.
Yeah, but we ain't
you
going
don't
nowhere.
live in Atlanta. Yeah. There's no way you could take your ass to LA and not get approached. There's literally like,
you can't go to New York and say that shit either.
No, like that's what I'm saying. You can't go to places where people
Vegas?
have open mind. No, hell no. So many white men are hitting on you.
Yes, I can.
First of all, you have a weird ass story from Vegas. Okay,
Right,
so
that's what I'm saying here. Like, hold on, wait.
because you
That's
told
what
what
I
you
mean.
told us.
These are my experiences. I
But what
will
I'm
be
saying
that
is,
person that'll go into those places and don't nobody say shit.
but first of all, those are places you don't live.
Or
So you
I
don't.
get weird shit happen.
Well,
Okay,
that was weird.
I think what it is that you just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And what I mean by that is like, okay, for instance, I moved from New York to Orlando when I was in high school, right? The school I went to, nobody was falling all over me. Nobody was ringing my phone down trying to date me. And to be quite honest, I kind of was just like, I don't think I'm their cup of tea, and that's fine, whatever.
Right.
When I got, when at the end of the year when you send around your yearbook and everybody signs, my senior year, I have been there since the 10th grade. My senior year, every boy that I thought was just my friend wrote in my yearbook, yo, I had a crush on you since the day I laid eyes on you. And I'm like, where was this? I was single all these years.
How do you do a yearbook?
Sometimes what I'm saying is sometimes what happens is men have a habit of looking at you and saying to themselves, they analyze you before they approach you. So they probably said to themselves, that's too much woman for me. And why are you mad at that? To be honest, cool.
Oh, if
you think I'm too much, if what the problem is that I'm too much, cool. Don't approach me. Don't waste my time.
I'm telling you,
this is my dating experience.
I know for a fact.
I'm not gonna change who I am or how I am or the way I
know for a fact there's women of your ilk in different areas who have men going bananas over them. I watched what was that? What's that Spike Lee remake?
Yes, she's gotta have it.
Yes, Hattie. No makeup, no big booty, petite body, very earthy.
Nola Darling was that bitch. Nola Darling was that bitch.
She had 3 men, and all of them had Thanksgiving dinner together. Some craziness.
I'm gonna tell you the difference though. Hattie is not like
no. That's based off a real story though. No, she's not. But what I'm saying is, in a place like Brooklyn, you're somebody's cup of tea. A place like Manhattan, you're somebody's cup of tea. A place like, you could go to Charlotte, you're like Chocolate City, Detroit, Houston. Like if you were to live in these places.
I'm from Detroit.
All right, but you don't live there as an adult. And Detroit's cold. Oh my God, we talked about this before. That's a different. That
I
Midwest
moved when I was
different.
30, so I lived there long enough.
So I mean, but you were able to cultivate real relationships while you were there.
Exactamundo.
I'm not listening to Hattie.
That's another story.
Me either. You ain't no 30-year-old virgin.
I'm not listening to Hattie and her woe is me.
Oh no, I'm not a virgin. Nobody say nothing about that.
What I'm saying is you went from Detroit to Orlando, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense. When you take your ass somewhere else to stay, watch how they be all at your doorstep. You'll get a Lawrence if you go to LA or something like that.
A Lawrence.
Yeah, girl, I'm just saying. Speaking of, Insecure comes on, what's that, next month?
Yep. Well, are we in September?
September?
Yeah, it's September 1st.
Yeah.
I gotta get caught up on
good ass show. Let me tell you something. When that show, let me tell you, when that show first started, I was like, "What is this shit?" I did not like it, and then I kept watching, and I was like, "Why are they all like me?"
Yep. You know, I actually caught it on YouTube. The Awkward Girl.
Yeah.
The Awkward Girl thing, and I was like, "Yo, this is cool." Like, and then I stopped watching it because life happened, and then Insecure hit HBO, and I was watching it, and it took me like 4 episodes to realize like Issa was the girl from like YouTube, and I was like, "Yo!" But what drew me into Insecure was the music.
Yeah, the music is
That's what
dope.
got me first. Yeah, so I wasn't super into it until the music, and then she did that whole bullshit with Daniel, and we watched women try to justify it, and
I
yeah,
didn't.
nah, Lawrence
I didn't
High
Oh, you
justify
all
talking
it.
about
I
when
day.
was
you
like,
to Lawrence?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
No.
she had sex with Daniel's son, and then Lawrence High
Yeah.
all day, and we're friends on Instagram. He comments on my page sometimes.
Who,
I
Pretty
didn't
cool.
Lawrence?
like Daniel.
No, Jay Ellis. Well, yeah, Jay Ellis.
I didn't like Daniel. Daniel is the one that skeeted in her eye, right? Yeah, I don't like him.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
that's funny. But you
I
see what I'm
like
saying?
Kendrick.
Wait, which one is Kendrick? The barber?
Yeah.
The one that jumped in the pool with the eyes and then he went ghost and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at y'all. Y'all
That's the
would
one I
like that
like.
shit. Oh
Give
yeah,
me a
that's what you
Kendrick,
like.
okay?
All right, okay. There's a bunch of those in LA, I guarantee it.
But see, the reason
Um,
I'm not gonna say I dislike Lawrence, but I feel like with Lawrence wanted to just make it about the cheating, which I'm not justifying. The cheating was wrong. But my nigga, you wasn't up to par.
He was
My
down on
nigga.
his luck. You know what I mean? It happened.
How long
It's a
you gotta
season.
be? See, this is why I be having a problem. How long I gotta deal with you being down on your luck?
It's a seesaw. Well, it depends because if you put in if you put in the effort, then some things are out of your control, like the climate of what you do for work or whatever. Because you see after he left, he bossed up.
Because he started putting in the effort.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you why he did that. He did that because he no longer had that cushion and that support. So when you no longer, let me tell you something. The one thing I learned in life is if you want to do shit your own way, you want to make your own rules, you want to live your own life, the first thing you got to do is become independent. You can't depend on nobody else for nothing. You can't have all this cushion. Sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom to build yourself back up. He needed to hit rock bottom. Yeah. He needed life to spank his boots a little bit.
Yeah, but she could have just left him. She didn't have to cheat on my man.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. You're
To
right.
make
And
the
she
trash
should have.
beat.
Yeah.
He wasn't even no top producer. I would have been hurt. Like, you cheated on me with nigga who make the whack beats. Like, you ain't even. This not DJ Mustard or something. Yeah, this is like this dude. Like, and then you got to sleep on his couch. But see, Issa wasn't up the. But see, Issa wasn't up the par either, and I think that's what people didn't realize.
Neither one of them. You know what?
Right.
Yeah.
This is what I think. I think sometimes people have to grow apart and then grow back together. I had to go and find myself and figure out who the fuck Chante really is and what the fuck Chante really wants in order to get to the point in my life where I'm at right now. So while a lot of people be on the outside looking in like, she's insane, she took her baby daddy back. Yeah, but I had to go through some shit first. And so did he. So sometimes it has to happen that way. Sometimes you gotta go your separate ways.
I
go
agree.
About your business.
Yeah.
What was that? Season 2 showed that Issa was she had 400 credit score. Dumbass car.
Don't come for Issa.
Sleeping on a man's couch, getting nut in her eye.
It was a rough time, and I
my
felt
man Lawrence is over here living life, Jaguared up. No more Best Buy. He done smashed Bank Bay. He was out here. Lawrence.
And you know what's crazy? After all that, what's crazy is after all that was said and done, he still loved that girl. He loved him some Issa.
Yeah, I understand. Both they was two bums. You ever see two homeless people or two drug addicts be together? Like, they love each other. That's genuine love.
Yes,
it
I
is.
was talking to somebody about that.
That's
they
real.
Be together forever.
Love. Oh, they too thick and thin. That's all that was. Two bums loving each other.
Yeah.
That's. But if you notice, he wasn't as attracted to her when he bossed up and she wasn't to his level anymore. It wasn't until she started doing that fundraiser or whatever that concert was. Yeah, then he was like, oh, he started noticing. see, that's what a lot of men notice too. Like women who make moves. And if men are looking at you and they just looking at, for a big ass, then cool, you don't want that nigga no way. That nigga's lame. And
Right.
also, like a lot of times men will holler at you when you got your hair up because you don't want to throw up in it. Because men, we go off of like situations. Like that's how we fall for women, through experiences. So if I look at this woman and she looks good dressed like this, then I know in a situation where she has to dress up, it can only get better. So let me holler at her now.
Let me holler. If she looks like this at her worst,
yeah, then she gonna look great at her best. Yeah, exactly. That's why we talk to women at work, women to be in a match, like with beautiful eyes. How can you tell I'm attractive? Like, come on, ma.
I used to be asking that when we first had to put on these fucking masks. I used to hate for people to come, damn, you pretty as fuck. And I'm like, how do you know?
Because the pretty is all in here. Pretty is all in here. I used to not date because if she hear this, she gonna get in trouble. But I used to mess around with this Muslim woman, right? And she had to wear the hijab, like to college. We was in school. And she had this was the most prettiest this I've ever seen.
Not the prettiest this.
For real. And something was just like, like talk to her, like say what's up. And so I did. And then under that thing, oh my goodness, one of the best bodies I had ever seen. But she couldn't marry me because I wasn't converting.
For more than an hour.
Oh, for real?
We have.
It's like
we didn't get through all our topics. Wasn't I supposed to give somebody a tip or wait? What we said we was gonna do?
You want to give you a tip because it's been an hour, hour and some change.
Was it a tip I was supposed to be giving, or was I supposed to be telling them to inbox me for sex questions?
Both. So you give your tip now, and then you tell them if they want any tips or any questions on whatever, then to hit us up on Instagram.
Okay. All right. So boom. After every episode, I'm gonna give y'all a little tip to walk away with. Put it in your back pocket for when you might need it. What tip I want to give today? Since we are in a conversation about relationships, I'll give a relationship tip. And my relationship tip is love with your head, not with your heart. That's my tip. Love with your head, not with your heart.
Because I like head. That's not what you meant?
No, fool.
Uh-oh.
Love with your head means that sometimes, especially as women,
oh my God.
I don't know about men, but as women, we have a tendency to lead with our emotions. Don't lead with your emotions. Lead with your head. Your head is not going to steer you wrong, I promise. That heart will fuck you up, though.
Don't tell a romantic comedy that. Listen, Hattie, don't listen to that. When you're making movies, always tell them to lead with their heart, because that's what get the women like, oh my God.
But here's what I'm going to tell you is even better. If your heart and your mind match up, jackpot. But if not, go with your head. Go with your head.
And give some head.
Said, I'm going to start answering, what is it, sex questions? Sex topics? Sex whatever. I don't know why y'all like me to talk about sex so much, but okay, if you want me to, I'll do it. So y'all can start inboxing us on IG, DM us. Let me tell y'all something right now, because I can see this shit going left. So let me tell y'all this shit right now. Don't be sending me no fucking pictures.
Yeah, don't do that. We can't have no pictures.
All of us have access to it. So unless you want AD or either of us to see your shit, don't be sending nothing you shouldn't be sending.
Don't send no fucking pictures. And do not slide in the DMs trying to spit game at any of us, okay? This is strictly about topics. So any sex topics y'all want me to talk about, any relationship advice, any questions that y'all have about spicing shit up in the bedroom, all that kind of stuff, you could hit us up in a DM on IG. It is, what is our IG handle? Melanated Madness?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that. Melanated Madness. If you want to DM me directly, you can. My IG handle is Yemaya, YEMAYA626. Again, do not send me no pictures. I'm just going to show them to my husband and we're going to laugh at y'all. So just don't do it. Don't send me no pictures, okay? And that's going to be that. So from this point forward, hit me up either on either page. It don't matter. And I'm going to answer the questions on the next episode.
Yo, ladies, y'all follow me on on all platforms at Ardell right now. And if you send me anything, me and my woman gonna look at it because she like looking at naked women. So
boom, there it is. And then
dudes
y'all screenshot it and forward it to me.
All right, I got you. I'm putting it in group chat.
Boom.
Like, damn, look at these titties.
Well,
all right, Hattie, go.
But still don't send me nothing. Because I'll block you. I won't send it to nobody. I'll just block you. Hattie Ines.
Until next week, Hattie. When we putting this out, I've never done a Zoom recorded video. You just take the video. You can just post it.
Well, until next time, guys.